I know most of you guys have seen the comments and probably the video that I posted about us not building race cars for the public anymore. And a lot of people didn't like that. So we decided that we built Creampuff and we're gonna give it to one of you for our first ever giveaway. We're gonna give away Creampuff and $10,000 cash to one of you. From now until July 21st, every $5 you spend on merch and apparel at CJRaceCars.com gets you one entry into winning Creampuff and $10,000 cash. Buy a shirt, a lanyard, a koozie, anything. It gets you into winning Creampuff and $10,000 cash. Creampuff has been an awesome truck. We won all 4 races at Cletus's top 10 list with it, and we were undefeated #1 when we finally pulled it off the list, and I think it would be an awesome truck to give away. And it was built by the same people that built Eagle, we're building Mullet, and have built tons of other cars that have been very successful on and off the racetrack. Creampuff is a very street-friendly truck, and it's certified to go 850s in a quarter mile, which is extremely fast. We have a ton of plans for Creampuff over the next 30 days to make this thing even better than it already is. We want to make sure everything's fresh and it's ready to go for whoever wins it. So go over to CJRaceCars.com, grab your merch, get entered into winning Creampuff and $10,000. No purchase necessary. See official rules for details. Click the link in the description below. What's going on over here? Well, you know, it's about that time.
Yep.
We're finally doing a giveaway, and we're going to give Creampuff away.
I can't believe it.
Ricky spent so much money, now we got to get rid of it.
I can't believe it.
Creampuff did good.
Yeah.
We won every race we went to with Creampuff, except for the one Ricky raced. Other than that,
both of the ones.
Other than the 2 he lost, we won all the races that Creampuff was in.
Yep.
But before we give Creampuff away, we decided to make some changes. As you know, it had an HED Pro Mod engine. What they said? They said that's a Pro Mod engine.
Yep.
Right? Made probably 1,400 horsepower.
Well, it's got one of them exotic cast blocks, stock cast blocks, yeah.
Yeah. What it is, the valve cover. That's what got us. The valve cover's got us. So we pulled the old motor out. We got some runs on there. We pulled the old transmission out because we got some runs on that. And we wanted to make sure you guys, whoever wins this truck, gets a fresh unit.
Yep.
So we got a 5.3. They did all the machine work to the block, the heads, valve job. Ricky will know more about it, but this is a 1,000 horsepower capable deal.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's got BTR shaft rockers. It's got small bore LS9 head gaskets, BTR camshaft. This is a 1,000 horsepower capable engine. And to go along with that, we got a brand new 1,000 horse capable FTI transmission and converter. Look at that, this is nicer than anything we got now. It is, yeah. That's the
brand,
nicest transmission we own.
It's brand new, everything, brand new. And of course, there was no way we could do any of this without FIS turbo.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So we got a brand new FIS turbo. And this thing, I'm not a turbo guy really, until recently, but this thing's got all kinds of extra blades in there, it looks like.
Yeah, we don't really know what we're talking about, but
this is a real fancy billet center ball bearing.
Yeah, it's a 8093 or something like that, I think it is.
I think it's a GTR 8093.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yep. T6 flange. This is a definitely 1,100 horsepower capable turbo. Like this thing with this engine and that transmission is 1,000 horsepower easy. Yeah. So basically what we're trying to tell you is we're giving Creampuff away and we're putting a bunch of new stuff in there before we do it. Whoever wins this truck will be able to go to the drag strip and go at least bottom 9s. Oh yeah.
High 8s.
Yeah.
8-second truck.
Yep. Oh yeah, it'll definitely be an 8-second truck.
You buy a t-shirt or sticker, you could get an 8-second truck.
Yep.
Unbelievable. Can I buy one?
I don't know. I know I can. I don't know about you.
That's unbelievable. Ricky's going to start assembling the engine, transmission, and converter so that we can get it back in the truck because we got a lot of other plans for the truck that you're going to see here really soon. This is not the only freshen it up of Creampuff we're doing.
Yep.
We want to make sure whoever gets it gets a really nice piece. We appreciate everyone that watches. Yep. It's been a fun journey with Creampuff. We have some other plans and we wanted to start doing a giveaway, and what better car to give away than Creampuff? Yep. Yeah, I guess so. But we're going to get to putting this engine together. Well, Ricky is. Yeah. And I'm going to get back over there to the truck. Yeah. We're going to try to get this thing put together. Back on Mullet again. Back on Mullet. I know everyone wants to see Mullet. So, welcome back to CJRaceCars YouTube channel. And today, we're building the headers for Mullet.
He's got the driver's side. He's getting prepped up, ready to start putting manifolds on and start bending tubes, or not bending tubes, but fitting some tubing in there. And it doesn't look like it's going to be as bad as Eagle, but it's still a task, and it'll be perfect because Dan's doing it. Even the tape job is perfect. Look at that.
Yeah, those headers on Eagle, I would have bet money we were never going to get the driver's side with 2.5-inch tubes to do what they had to do, because you had the collector was like here, and you had to run these 2 tubes into that collector.
Yeah, there wasn't much room for
It
any kind of
worked.
radius or nothing.
I mean, it worked and
Yeah.
it looked good.
Yeah.
I mean, I could not believe it. I mean, at first glance, it was like, there ain't no way you're going to fix them tubes.
No.
And
They look
these are smaller tubes, and we have a lot more room to do it, so it should be pretty straightforward. Just the main thing, we got to make the collector, with one of our jig things we got up there, hold the collector exactly where it needs to be for the piping out of here. In other words, when this comes down and it will go into the collector, you can't have the collector too far forward, so that when this comes down, you make your 90-degree radius, you got to make sure you're at the straight part of the tube. So it's like, I measured one of the things, it's like 6 inches from the outside forward is the bare minimum the collector can be this way. I say we make it that way and just fudge it up about 1/2 inch. Because that way it gives you a little more room to play with. So that's the critical thing. We got to have the collector this way as far as we can get it this way and not have any tire problem. Have it enough this way minimum that you can make this happen.
Correct.
And then you hold the collector there with a jig so it can't move. And then you just simply run the tubes to the collector. And that's it.
Now, do we have an estimated time as to how long these headers are supposed to
Today
take?
and tomorrow, I think we'll be really close to tack together. Usually about 2 days, probably. So that'll be just the header to like the V-band, and then from the V-band, there'll be a 3.5-inch tube or a 3-inch tube up to the turbo. And then obviously we'll do the intake piping from the turbo to the intake, which will be later on. Okay.
Like,
From here to there.
yeah, you eyeball the center. Oh, wait.
Over, yeah. That's
Yeah,
all right.
you're 6 plus, maybe 6.5 inches.
Okay.
This one's pretty simple. It's the same thing you did. You have to
Yeah.
turn it down and then turn it back.
Yeah.
This one just points straight down over there. So it's the same thing, straight down and then 90 back.
Okay.
Which side do you want me to take this off first?
Let's
Take
do
both of
let's
them
do
off.
this side first. Basically, what he's saying is this is our 3-inch that goes from the turbo to the header, and from the center to the outside edge is 6 inches. So basically, what we're trying to do is from the outside edge of this turbo back 6 inches is where our collector needs to stop. We'll probably go 6.5 so we have room for the V-band. We want to push the collector as far forward as we can, but if we go too far, then this tube's gonna have to come forward and back and do a bunch of goofy stuff. So we basically just want to 90 this, come out of the turbo, come down here, and the 90 go just straight that way, and then the V-band on the collector.
You fire musket, but I'll run you through. So when you're waiting for the next attack, you better stand, there's no turning back. The builder sounds, the charge begins.
You'd have to
Tack it or something.
You have to tack it up that way, yeah. And that's it. Is this going to be able to make this bend okay to come through here?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it'll probably not make the full, it'll bend, it'll still be coming downhill a little bit to get to here.
Yeah.
So that should be pretty smooth. The good thing is this can be 2 pieces, so we'll have a V-band here, and then that'll another little short piece there. You know what I'm
So
saying?
there'll be a V-band here and here.
No, just here and there.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is
All right.
that's just one piece. Like we won't be trying to
Right,
attach
small.
it to the head.
Okay.
So, okay. Alright, I think we're good there. Then we have 2 size radius tubes for this. So we'll do the tight radiuses up here, probably. And then the loose radiuses will kind of fit.
Yeah, we have 4 loose ones and like 8 of the tight ones.
Yeah, and this should be almost like See how that's perfect?
Yeah.
I did that so that the front two can be these and the back two can be these. So as the back two hugs that one, it'll fit perfect instead of it looking janky. We don't want janky looking headers.
1, 2, 3, and we know where 4 is.
So are you seeing clearance issues, or you just prefer to have more clearance?
No, just like to have a little bit more. That was a good starting point, and just there's plenty of room on the shock, plenty of room on the inboard, but we're just moving in to have a little more room on the shock. And now just trying to, like what he just did, is get a plan, because the biggest thing when you do set headers is you could just attach one of these over here to one over there, and then you could put yourself in a real bind if you don't have a plan. So we just want to get a good plan and a layout and idea before we start. That way they look the best they can and they function the way they should. Do you have a purchase in it back here?
And I have the machine.
I don't disagree. I wonder if we could do that just a little bit, you think? You think you could do that a little bit? Just take a tiny bit off that. So that's pretty close there. Cut a 1/4 inch off of that, man.
Off this?
Yep.
Let's break anyway.
Alright. Yeah. When you're done, cut a 1/4 inch.
Now, after he's completed with the runners, what's going to be the next portion to attack?
Well, we'll do the driver's side.
Okay.
So we have both headers done. And then we'll do the hot side from the header to the turbo. And then the headers will be done all the way to turbo. So that'll be a big, well, we got to do a wastegates also. So.
It's turning too far this way.
Right, that too.
Maybe have to rotate up
Yeah,
and then rotate down.
or just less angles.
Yeah, we could do that. We can take some of the angle
That's
out.
probably what, let's try, let's start there. Just take a little out of that. And that'll shorten it and take some angle out, which will give us more room.
We got to,
Because we don't want to turn it up, I don't think. Yeah, so you want to
keep it like this.
I think so, yeah.
Wow. Man. Danny's insane. Andrew did some of the welding on this too, and it looks really, really good. So this is basically what the other side's we're gonna try and mimic.
Well, basically, what we're doing on the other side is we duplicate exactly where the collector goes, which is the most important part. The other side of tubes will not look exactly the same because basically you have the same cylinder head but flopped over on the other side. So the front hole is 3.5 inches farther forward or 3 inches, somewhere around there. So these tubes do kind of kick forward more. So it's a little different. We want to make it look as symmetrical as possible, but it will be slightly different than this side, just because of that. The end location is the same, but the tubes will be slightly different.
Now, do we have a game plan for what we're gonna do as far as connecting to the turbos just yet? Or do we
Yeah,
need
it
to
should be
complete
pretty-
the...
Well, we need to complete the headers first and then weld them, but basically it'll have a V-band here, a V-band here, and then it'll just have a 3.5 inch tube that fits there. That'll also have the wastegate in it and everything else.
I like it.
It's coming out good.
The fewer sounds, the charge begins. But on this battlefield, no one wins. The smell of ice cream smoke and horse's breath.
wrenching for the last 2 days on Creampuff. Looks like a brand new truck, Josh.
Yeah, we kind of rushed a few things on it to get prepared for sixth summer, and if we're giving it away, we would like to redo a lot of the brush stuff. So we repainted the whole firewall, powder coated a bunch of stuff that painted that scratched up. We're redoing the whole fuel system on the thing, making it way more streetable for someone that possibly has never had a truck like this. They can just get in it, crank it up, and go for a Sunday cruise if they want to cruise it.
Yeah, I mean, we totally stripped this truck down to basically nothing and freshened it up. All fresh paint, painted a firewall, cleaned up a ton of stuff so we could put this brand new engine, transmission, and converter in here. It's crazy we're giving this thing away now that it's a brand new truck. It's definitely nicer than when we had it, when we drove it. But we wanted to make sure whoever got it had a really nice piece, and that's what they're going to have. So make sure you go to CJRaceCars.com, get your merch. Every $5 gets you one entry to win Creampuff. I'm sad to see it go. I'm not going to lie. Sad to see it go, but I'm excited that somebody's going to get a really cool street truck that can go really fast.
Josh been working really hard on this.
Josh, they've been doing a great job. They've been doing a great job. Like I said, they've cleaned up everything. There's nothing untouched on this truck. We've had the rear suspension out, the front suspension out, the interior out. It's brand new. It literally is a brand new truck. When whoever gets this, will have a brand new truck. And we have a lot more plans for this truck in the next month while we're doing the giveaway. That's gonna make it even nicer yet. All right, well that's gonna do it. Mullet's headers are all tacked together. All they need now is some final welding and some EGT bungs. The next thing we're gonna do is the rest of the hot side from the header to the turbo, charge pipe, blow valves, wastegates, and a turbo kit on Mullet will be finished. We have a lot more coming up on Mullet. Make sure if you haven't already, go to CJRaceCars.com, get entered into winning Creampuff and $10,000 cash from now until July 21st. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.